Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Prophet the Skyline Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 364, where Drew and myself will go over comics originally releasing February 15th, 2017. But Drew, before we do that, I will flip it over to you to see if our listeners have any feedback from previous episodes, or if there's anything else going on in the wild world of comics.
Are you in a hurry? You got someplace to be?
No, but with my voice doing this, the quicker I can do things, the better. If I do it slow, it sounds sexy, but it hurts worse.
Oh, well, we don't want you in pain. All right.
Absolutely not.
We heard back from Jason, and he talked to Jed from Aloha Comics. If you recall, Jed is
the
Instagram guy. So he's mentioned that we had mentioned Aloha Comics and on air, and so he listened to our show, and then he gave us a shout out on his Instagram feed to all his followers. So it's like the circle of life, and very kind of him and Jason and everyone that continues to share our podcast with others. We appreciate that, and that's kind when you do that. We also enjoy when you send us feedback or give us a review on iTunes. That's cool too. And Michael Lamb says he started off on a sad note. His beer and pizza didn't sit well in his stomach because he had to watch the Falcons choke against the Pats with a 28-3 lead in the third quarter. And
I believe that's when you went to bed, Drew.
I did. I said, it's in the bag. I'm going to go read some comics and get some shut-eye because there's no reason to watch this thing anymore. It sucked. So the great evil empire has won another one. Boo. He also says, I enrolled in Marvel Unlimited last week, and it is amazing. Access to the entire back catalog, 6 months behind the current month's issues for less than $6 a month. I'm currently reading BKV's run on the Runaways, which I've always heard.
Love that run. Love the second volume. Skip the third.
Yep. Which I've always heard good things about, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish DC would offer something similar. I would definitely sign up. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. If we had, I don't know if we'd buy another Marvel or DC comic if we had those. If we had a Marvel and DC Unlimited that was 6 months behind and everything, why would we ever buy another print comic?
Well, I mean, I kind of like being
spec stuff.
Yeah, the spec world will keep us up to date. The fact that I like being part of the current conversation keeps us up to date. But for those things that are kind of tertiary or things you don't necessarily read or want to buy,
like Nightwing,
Hey, wait a minute. Like all of Marvel, it's great. DC is missing out on free money for not doing this kind of thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I keep wondering if they think they're propping up retailers' back issue bins and trade sales or something, but Marvel's had this for a while, and the Marvel trades continue to sell well. Sometimes they're at the top of the list, each and every month. So I don't think it's cut into their trades.
The thing for me is how many things in my life can be subscription based. It's unreal. Everything in my life is moving subscription based. It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix.
Netflix,
Amazon.
Your TVs, Amazon subscription based. There's certain things for like video games, like EA Access that's subscription based for back catalogs on certain games. Spotify type things are subscription based. Everything's a monthly subscription. Even Windows Office is a subscription based now.
Adobe
that's
Creative Cloud.
Adobe. Yeah, everything is going to that.
Certain podcasts that you love and would like to support on a monthly basis, you can do so with the donate button. I now $6 for Marvel I think is a bargain. But there's probably twice to three times the content on the DC side because it's been around longer. It's got a lot more characters. So I think it'd be worth 15 to 20 a month, wouldn't it?
No.
Oh, I think so.
I think that's too much. Too steep.
Too steep. What would you pay?
$9.99 would be the ceiling in my mind.
You'd pay 10 for that, and you'd pay. What if Marvel raises theirs to match? So that you'd pay 10 for each.
I wouldn't, but I can see others doing it.
Man, I just want to go back and just be able to just go flip through the golden age and at my leisure and just follow little Easter eggs and crumbs and just boom from one book to the other until my heart's content. I think that'd be fun to have the entire catalog at your fingertips. But I can't get my reading done now, so
that's what I was thinking. There's so much I'm trying to read now.
Yeah,
I can't imagine having to delve into the previous's.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why they're holding back. They should do it, but they haven't, and it's been a long time. So Marvel's kind of got this all to themselves. Let's see. We've got some more from Michael. Curse Words #1 was so awful. I immediately checked to see if I had any more issues on pre-order. Thankfully, I did not. I did the exact same thing. I got through that, and I said, oh, please tell me I just sampled this, because it was terrible. And I won't be reading anymore. And I think Charles Soule has done a heck of a job on Letter 44, and then fallen off a cliff. I don't think I like anything else he's written, and this is another swing and a miss as far as I'm concerned. Do you read it, Kyle?
I did not.
Save yourself some time. He also says, I sent my Saga #1 in to CGC really hoping for a 9.8, which is currently going for about $500 right now. A 9.6 is going for $250 to $275. An amazing difference in price for a 0.2 higher grade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't plan on selling, but it would be nice to have a 9.8. Remember when I didn't want to pay $70 for Saga #1 because I thought that was too high? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I kind of have the inkling to try to get mine to CBCS.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, because I have it's signed by BKV with a COA, so I think that could be authenticated for a signature series through CBCS. Mine would not be a 9.8. There is a small little crease on the spine that happens when I blame BKV himself for that, and that's okay. It might be something that could press out, but I love my comic. That one is so awesome.
Well, we have good
news
#1 because our friend of the podcast, Cowabunga Comics, up there in Oconomowoc. Thank you for bailing me out there. Oconomowoc, they actually do pressing, and they will do the packaging, the shipping to CBCS because they do that stuff in bulk. So you reach out to Cowabunga, give them a call, and see how you can they can hook you up.
Yeah, so that is a good reminder that check with your LCSs on this kind of thing, because sometimes, like we talked to Bob, who said one of the local shops up in Columbus does pressing and stuff as well. So maybe even on the grading front, check with your LCS that you have a good relationship. See if you can piggyback off them and save yourself that subscription fee or perhaps a little bulk shipping.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris Brooks says series that should return in 2017 for him is We Can Never Go Home, Witches, Black Magic. What do you guys say?
I'm getting my wish with Rat Queens, so
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. I'm saying Starve.
Ooh,
I'd like another Starve for sure. And
just for a little poke at Michael Lamb, let's bring Witches back.
Yeah. He's Chris Brooks said Witches. We can never go. We Can Never Go Home, Witches, and Black Magic.
There you go.
Those were his. So, yeah, good stuff.
And I can't believe I'm saying this. Let's bring back Wolverine this year.
It's time. It's time. It is time. He served his adamantium penance in his little statue there, and I wonder if they're going to do it before or after this little X-Men resurgence thing over the summer. What are they doing? Have you read anything on what the summer event is with all the X-Men books?
Nope, because I know I'm going to skip it, so there's no point in reading about it.
Yeah, you're probably right. Wolf says Green Valley is a very underrated comic. The whole run has been fantastic. It's a long-term hold for him. Yep. Do you agree with that?
I have literally bought 3 issues of every. I will have 3 full sets of this book. I will sell one of those sets fairly soon to recoup most of my initial investment. One of them I will hold close to my heart and try to find Max and have him sign all of them. And the other will be a long-term investment book.
Huh. I'm not feeling it the way you guys are. But
that's good.
Interesting. To each his own. Wolf says, hope you guys loaded up on New Mutants 25 and 26. The premiere of Legion kicked off, and it was excellent. Any spec thoughts? Well, I didn't have any luck finding 25 and 26, nor did I have any luck finding any Image homage covers for the 25th anniversary.
Swing and a miss.
So I had a bad week at the LCS. I did find a nice little run of Mark Millar's MPH, but that's just kind of chicken feed compared to those 2 things I was looking for.
Yeah, but as far as Legion, I hear nothing but good. I actually went out and looked for those books when it was first option because I heard they were fairly inexpensive to look for. But I struck out as well. Yeah. And it's not something I wanted to go to the secondary market for.
Everybody snapped them up.
Yep.
Well, we are waiting on numbers from all the big boys that do the diamond numbers and compute them for us, and we don't have February, and we still, after all this time, don't have 2016. So I thought we'd have a fun little exercise and see how much, if Kyle remembers the top-selling book from each month.
Drew, you know I love exercise, so bring it on. Oh, wait, I do have New Mutants 26. I don't have 25, but I do have 26.
You have it in your collection already?
Yeah. It's the first full appearance. The cover, I'm like, I do have that.
$50?
Noised.
There you go. Let's see. Let's start off easy. What was the December top-selling book?
Okay, that was just a little while ago.
Yep.
That was... This is going to be embarrassing.
Maybe I shouldn't start with the easy one.
Wasn't it... Let's see, okay. Was it... It wasn't... It wasn't one of the Batman books.
As great radio as this is.
Oh, shut up. Was that Justice League?
Oh, so close.
What was it?
Justice League Suicide Squad, #1. Man, that was really close.
Crap. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
What do you think the top-selling book of November was?
It's either Civil War or Batman, because that was a down...
Batman Rebirth, #1. What about October? No, wait, not Batman Rebirth #1. What the hell was that?
It wasn't #1. It would have been like the 9th.
It was 10.
8. Okay, 10.
Or 8. No, 10. Issue 10 was the top seller in November. So it was a down month, obviously.
Yeah.
So what did you say? What was your guess in October?
That was either Civil War or Batman again, I figure.
It was Big Trouble in Little China. Escape from New York from Boom.
Thanks to our good friends at Loot Crate.
Yeah. Now, September.
See, this is still when Batman was doing well.
Yep. Batman
and that
6.
was still when Civil War was doing well.
Batman number
I think
6.
this might have been okay. Sorry,
Yep.
you were telling me the answer.
Yep.
Batman number 6. Okay.
Okay. Now August.
Is that when All-Star Batman hit?
No. Harley Quinn number 1.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. July.
Okay. July is when we started. Okay, it's a Rebirth title.
Yep, it's a Rebirth title.
Was
Your brain is mush.
Justice League.
Justice League. Nice. You got it.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. How about June?
Okay, was that our full Rebirth month? That was our first Rebirth month, wasn't it?
Close, but it wasn't. This was Civil War 2.
Oh, okay.
Number 1.
Crap. Gotcha.
Now, if we go to May, though, and you repeat your answer.
Okay, was that our Rebirth? Yeah, that was DC Rebirth, number 1.
DC Rebirth was in May, yes.
Gotcha.
So now we're all the way back to April. What was number 1?
Okay, so at this point, DC was finishing up its New 52 stuff,
Yeah.
so it was not in the tops.
Right.
I don't know if we had some sort of Star Wars title, I figure.
Nope. It was Black Panther number 1.
Oh, that was the big old Black Panther month.
Black Panther month. It was like $300,000, didn't it?
Dang.
Let's see. Then we go back to March. So we're firmly in the New 52 at this point.
Yeah. Star Wars again.
This is Batman number 50.
Okay. Okay.
And then February.
Okay. At the end of the year, I don't know, I'm going to say Batman again.
It is Dark Knight the 3rd. Dark Knight 3. And then January.
January is Walking Dead.
Wow, very cool. You got it. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I
Now,
only know that because I was looking at that just the other day.
so based on the numbers that we have from all those months, we have a projected top 5 for the year. Now, it's not necessarily true that you had to win your month to be in the top 5. Mm-hmm. Because there were some months that had 2 or 3 monster
Big
books.
dogs, yeah.
So, you want to hazard a guess at what the 5th projected biggest selling book is for the year of 2016?
Let's see. We're gonna have Civil War. We're gonna have Big Trouble Down Little China. We're gonna have Batman in there. We're gonna have All-Star Batman in there. I'm gonna say All-Star Batman.
All-Star Batman is the number 5. That's pretty awesome. I can't believe you got that. That's pretty cool. Number 4.
Batman 1.
Champions number 1. Which did not win its month.
Gotcha.
And I don't think All-Star Batman did either. So I'm not sure when those came out, but neither one of them did.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Harley Quinn.
Okay, that's the Harley Quinn month. Gotcha.
Number 2.
It's not DC Rebirth. Civil War.
It's Civil War. And, and number 1.
Which one was number 1? Shoot, which one had the most? I'm blanking.
It was Big Trouble.
Big Trouble in Little China. Okay,
Yeah.
that was the number 1.
Yeah. So I don't remember the sales for Rebirth, but it must not have been.
It was north of 200,000, but south of 300,000.
Boy,
But then it went through a bunch of printings.
it had all those printings, and I wonder
Yeah.
if those will count.
No. They're going by SKU.
That won't count.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So while we wait, that's all we have is supposition and parlor games to tide us over. It's unfortunate. Hey, and then February is underway, and I meant to do a quick little sneak at some of the cool comic conventions going on around the world right now, around the country right now. This, as you hear this weekend in Atlanta is the Seishun Con.
The what?
The Seishun Con. I don't know what that is, but it
either.
sounded. I like the way it sounds. We've got the Des Moines Comic Book Convention in Altoona, Iowa. We've got Motor City Comic Con on the 12th at Novi, Michigan. Omaha's Comic Book Convention on the 12th in Omaha, Nebraska. The Boscone 54 in Boston, Mass, February 17th through the 19th. Capricorn 37 in Wheeling, Illinois, February 17th through the 19th. Bar Point in Timonium, Maryland, February 17th through the 19th. Gallifrey, I don't know what the hell these are. Are these like science fiction conventions, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
That's just too weird. How about San Diego Comic Fest? Why would they do another one when they have the con there? That doesn't make any sense. That's the 17th through the 20th as well. We got a Wizard World Portland in Portland, oddly enough, February 17th through the 19th. Middle Georgia Comic Convention in Macon on the 18th. Springfield, Illinois is having a Comic-Con on February 18th. South Bend, Indiana, not quite close enough for us to shoot over to until February 19th. PresCon, Charlottesville, Virginia.
Is that all about your beloved comic Prez?
I thought it would be awesome. That would be really awesome. And then all kind of leading up to Emerald City in Seattle on the 2nd of March. This goes through the 2nd through the 5th, and that's going to be a star-studded affair, I hear. So there's some cons already early in the season, which is cool. Doesn't really heat up until March, but there's still stuff going on. I thought that was kind of neat.
We've got to make it to something.
Yeah, yep, we got to make it to something. I think we're ready for sneak peek now.
All right, Drew. Let's follow me over to previewsworld.com. We're going to check out upcoming releases. We'll look at what's coming out in your local comic book shop February 15th, 2017. Drew, let's start where we love to start. Let's start in Dark Horse.
Well, Spell on Wheels is finishing up. The 5th issue of this miniseries has been fun. I've enjoyed it, and looking forward to see if it sticks the landing. This is, of course, written by Kate Leith, with art by Megan Levins, and a cover by Joe Quinones. And, witches looking for their spells and magical artifacts, because they got stolen and are being sold on a magical eBay. So they're tracking them down. It's been kind of fun.
I wonder if magical eBay still always sides with the seller or the buyer.
Probably does, and there's a lot of fees.
Yeah, a lot of fees.
Fees get you.
Your soul.
Dead Inside, the 3rd issue of a 5-issue miniseries. Once again, I'm not sure if I knew that was a miniseries when I started this. Probably not. It's written by John Arcudi with art by Tony Fajula and a cover by Dave Johnson. And this is the kind of cops with a beat in the prison system, and trying to solve a mystery in there. And this hasn't been coming out as regularly as I would hope. This is the 3rd issue, and it feels like it's been like 6 months since I read that first issue. Maybe it hasn't been, but it sure feels like it.
You reading Ether, sir?
No, it was too weird. I jumped it.
Can't do it even though it's Matt Camp?
Nope.
But issue number 4, 12-year-old Hazel loves spending summers at her grandmother's house. Granny's magical stories of adventure in the ether are unlike the stories of fairy tales Hazel will find in the library. And then one summer, Hazel gets a little too curious and discovers the source of those stories when she falls through a well into a magical dimension. She learns that there's a dark side to the ether, and her granny never told her about that. Very interesting. Anything else in Dark Horse, brother?
Nah.
Let's head on down to DC.
A lot of our books are underway in another story arc or finishing up one. I think it's Green Arrow 17, which is finishing up its Emerald Outlaw finale, which I think I'm reading. This has been pretty good. It has a redacted area here. It says the biggest Green Arrow epic since the start of the Rebirth era. Ooh, wow, 15 issues ago. Comes to a shattering conclusion when Oliver, Amico, and Black Canary unite against the deadly assassin terrorizing Seattle's most prominent citizens. But redacted won't go down without a fight, even if it takes all of Seattle with him. So, who's redacted?
Drew, I know what you'll be reading this week. Batwoman Rebirth #1, written by Marguerite Bennett and James Tynion IV. Two people that you don't really like.
Pass.
With art by Ben Oliver and a cover by Stephen Epting. The newest chapter of Batwoman's life begins here. Monster Venom is the hottest new bioweapon on the market, and to break up the syndicate spreading it around the world, Batwoman's going to have to return to the place where she spent some of her darkest hours. Learn where Batwoman comes from and where she's going in this one-shot prologue to the first big Batwoman epic, The Many Arms of Death.
Well, you know, they're all, both of those girls, Marguerite and who's the other guy?
James Tynion IV.
Yeah, they are disciples of Scott Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I like some Scott Snyder.
Mm-hmm. Way to go out on a limb there, Drew.
But you know, he writes long form scripts. Some of his arcs kind of go on for a long time. He's a very talented guy, but you know, like sometimes when you make copies of copies, and by the time you get to that last copy, it's kind of lost a little bit. Well, that's kind of like Marguerite Bennett and James Tynion. They're no Scott Snyder, so it doesn't work as well. I mean, I'm enjoying Animosity, but
yeah,
it's not awesome. It's just good.
Really great Jai Lee cover.
It is a nice cover
on that one. I mean, James Tynion IV did a phenomenal job with Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles last year.
Yeah.
That proved to me he can write with some nice love involved to it. If he gets something good that he really can sink his teeth into. So I'm curious. I'm going to read this just to see what their take is on it.
I mean, didn't he do the Batman and Robin Eternal?
Yeah, but all that Eternal stuff didn't turn out good. It just wasn't a good time frame.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe.
Nightwing #15.
Isn't he doing Detective too?
I believe
James
so.
Tynion. Yeah. Some people like it.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Nightwing #15, of course, written by Tim Seeley. Art by Minkyu Jung.
Oh, Minkyu Jung.
Yep. Cupid calls. In the aftermath of Bloodhaven's story, Nightwing has embraced his role as the city's resident hero and met a new love interest, leader of the Runoffs. But is a relationship between a hero and an ex-villain destined for anything other than heartbreak?
Yeah, you and your Nightwing.
Hey,
what?
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Is it? Is it though?
Yes.
All right. What could be good stuff that I haven't been paying attention to is Justice League, and this is an opportunity for me to sample an issue because it's a part one of a new epic written by Brian Hitch with art by Fernando Passarin and Matt Ryan. Timeless Part 1, a new epic begins with a mysterious young woman implores the Justice League join the fight against the Timeless, a cosmic threat they've never faced before because it exists at different points throughout Earth's history. Now the Justice League must travel to both the past and the future in a literal race against time. Might be cool, might be confusing.
Drew, I'm going to bury the lead. This is my pick of the week because I've been looking forward to it. This is the first thing I'm going to read this week. Okay. Super Sons, #1, written by Peter Tomasi.
Oh, yeah.
Jorge Jimenez on art and cover. Starting storyline, When I Grow Up. Part 1, the sons of Batman and Superman have graduated into their own monthly comic. But if they want to survive, they're going to have to share it. Written by Peter Tomasi. Teams with rising star artist Jorge Jimenez from Earth 2 to bring you the adventures of the world's smallest. This debut issue looks at the lives of Robin and Superboy and their destiny to follow in their father's footsteps, while we meet a new villain whose ascension parallels the boys' own understanding of their powers, except that he believes it's his right to rule over every being on the planet. So not only do we get a #1, not only do we get some really cool covers, we get a first appearance of a new villain.
Very nice. Very nice.
And we get a baller-looking Dustin Nguyen B cover.
Which looks like the two Tims from Descender. So if you're reading Descender and the little Tim robots, that's exactly how he draws them. So I thought that was kind of cool. Very reminiscent. So it's really not burying the lead, it's actually spoiling your pick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it mean when you bury the lead? I thought that's when you're just like, here's everything up front.
No, when you bury the lead, you say something really interesting after you've kind of just meandered around for a while. And then the really interesting, important thing you started talking about later. And that's burying the lead because that should have been the first thing that you said.
Okay, so what I said is not to bury the lead. So
no. No.
So Wildstorm #1, written by Warren Ellis. Warren Ellis I've been hearing a lot about lately because there's been a lot of scuttlebutt about a new Netflix Castlevania hardcore R-rated animated series written by Warren Ellis. So I'm super, super excited about that. I'm also very excited about Wildstorm #1, written by Warren Ellis. Seems like Wildstorm I've heard of before. Does this have any connection?
It has connection to Image a long time ago.
So Jim Lee is doing this, right?
This was Jim Lee's baby back in the day. And there's some basis in that world here. I don't know. I don't remember those comics very well, so I don't know if the characters are the same. I read the essay by Warren Ellis in the back of last week's comics, and he talks about this is like a Young Animal launch. There's going to be, I think, 4 comics in this line, but he's going, instead of doing it like Young Animal did it all in 1 month, he's going to launch them every 6 months, and then one of them will actually morph into another title. So it will stop being whatever it is and become a different title. That's his plan, and this is the first of that set of books. So the danger in that is this doesn't sell crap. Then why is DC going to print those other 4 in a year and a half, right? So that's the danger of not front loading them. But it sounds like he's got a really interesting plan, but I don't know if it's going to resonate with anyone. We'll see.
Worth reading?
I'm going to read this one. I will be reading this one for sure. But I just don't know if I'm going to grasp it. It might be based too much on that Image series and those characters that I don't know. And then that just wouldn't be accessible to me. But I would hope he would do a better job than that. But I think it'll be cool. I'm still reading a couple of the Young Animals and liking them. So
yeah, but Jim Lee has a variant on this Wildstorm #1. I'm gonna say you're gonna probably want to pick that up.
Yeah.
Tulalote variant's pretty rad as well, but the Jim Lee one, obviously, the one to snag up. Anything else circling around the DC world?
Another new Superman. Loving that. Trinity, kind of getting weird. Not really enjoying that anymore. I don't know if you're still reading that.
Not at the moment.
And Unfollow. It's really, really still great. And
defend your boy on the Trinity B cover.
My boy is who? Oh, Bill Sienkiewicz. Wow. That is some interesting artistic choices right there. Yeah, don't like it.
Okay, just checking, making sure I'm not the only one that thought it was odd.
Don't like it. Yeah, no, not a nice cover.
Still doing Unfollow?
Yeah, love Unfollow, and it's doing.
We down to like 7 people now. Have we killed off?
we have killed some people. I'll tell you that. And,
okay, we've Game of Thrones'd it.
Yeah, and I think our numbers they're in double digits for sure. I can't remember if they're like in the 80s or the 70s at this point. 40s maybe. I don't know. I have to.
There's a big disparity.
There's a big jump. There is a big jump. But spoiler alert, they killed like 40 people at once with a plane crashed into a building, which was really cool.
Very nice. All right, if that's all for us in DDC, let's head on down to IDW. Batman TMNT Adventures number 4. Good, not as good as Batman and the Ninja Turtles, but still cute and fun. Just not as serious and not as well done.
No.
TMNT Ongoing is up to issue 67. My.
Seems like it just started.
Anything else?
No.
All right, let's see what Image has for us. God Country.
Yep.
Going to a second print.
Yeah, and we got the second issue with that beautiful cover homage to Savage Dragon.
Mm-hmm. That's your cover C.
Which was really slick. We've got Green Valley 14, or number 4. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Good stuff there. We've got a 25-cent Invincible.
And the tribute issue of Invincible. Oh, the tribute issue's a quarter too. Holy crap.
Not crazy.
And it's an homage to...
something... One of those... Oh, shoot.
Like a Wildstorm?
Might be a Wildstorm. Might be a Wildstorm. I can't remember. God. I went into our Craptastic LCS. Guess how many Walking Dead quarter issues they had?
Probably a lot, right?
3.
Oh, jeez.
3 25-cent Walking Deads.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I bought them all.
Might as well.
I'm just like,
hand him $1. Say keep the change.
Yeah, you guys are stupid.
Yeah.
You don't understand how comics work.
It's true. Oh man, Manifest Destiny 26 Image Tribute. That's Chew, right?
Is that the Chew one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the Chew one. It looks nice.
Sex Criminals is doing the... Sorry, I'm just going to look at the tributes because that's...
the Killer Be Killed is the Walking Dead tribute.
Yeah, and then Sex Criminals is Wicked and Divine. Oh, this is our Fiona naughty cover. So, just par for the course for Fiona, who draws a lot of dirty stuff within Saga. Here she gets to make a new cover.
I thought that already came out. I guess not.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Man,
Sex Criminals.
I got to get a hold of a bunch of these Walking Dead tributes.
It's depressing. It's depressing how sad, how badly we missed the boat on this.
It wasn't us. It wasn't an option.
Somebody could have. I bet you somebody else figured it out.
Yeah. But
better podcasts than us.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about the Image tribute covers and.
And if you were having trouble getting a hold of 7 to Eternity #1, trade paperback for $10 out. Snag that up and read it. Well worth it.
So I'll head over to my crappy LCS on Wednesday at 11 and beg them for those tributes, and they'll maybe let me buy one. Or they'll say they're all sold out.
I'll bet you they do not have any.
He said, I'm not, you never know, but he said he had some, and they just sold them on Wednesday. I didn't go till yesterday.
All right. Anything else in Image?
Not really.
All right. Let's head on down to Marvel.
Let's see.
Clone Conspiracy is ending.
Mm-hmm.
The conclusion. The Spider event of the year concludes. The Jackal takes drastic measures that Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, and Scarlet Spider could never see coming.
Now, I was talking about how I hate Charles Soule.
Correct.
And he's writing Daredevil. But the new arc starts here, and it's called Purple. So, is it about the Purple Man?
The question everyone has been asking, what price did Matt Murdock pay to make his identity secret again? And who got left behind in the process?
So, that's kind of interesting. I kind of want to know that answer. So, I might be hopping back on for 17 just to find out what's going on there. Mighty Thor, we're still doing that. Asgard, Shi'ar War. Monsters Unleashed. I don't know if you've stuck with that. It's a pretty expensive comic.
Yeah, $5
to lead into another series that's very similar, I think.
Old Man Logan, the epic conclusion. Can Logan escape the Brood and save the rest of Alpha Flight?
Does that mean the book's ending?
I assume the Old Man Logan book is done here.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's cool. Paving the way for your Wolverine prediction, maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't been reading Silk, even though it ties into Clone Conspiracy. But this is and I haven't been following. I mean, I'm reading Spider-Man with the Gwen, Spider-Gwen, not Spider-Gwen. Is it Spider-Gwen or Gwenpool?
Spider-Gwen?
Gwen, one of them. I get him confused. And I didn't follow her over to their book. So this is like the third part of this. But I've only been reading the one part that's in the book that I already read. So I think I'm missing out on some stuff that's happening. But it's okay. I don't mind. It's still been good.
Nigga. Anything else?
I don't think so. I'm not reading Poe Dameron anymore. I don't know if you are.
I can't believe that's the one they decided to go with an ongoing. Was friggin' Poe Dameron.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. All right, Drew. Let's head on into our smaller publishers: the Black Mass, the Booms, the Onis, and other such products. Animosity 5. Marguerite Bennett got a few things coming out this week.
We've got the 11th issue of Black Eyed Kids from Aftershock. And this could have really lost me early. But I think it's a combination of, it's a spooky book. And there's always a nice essay in the back about real life Black Eyed Kids stories. And that supposedly happen all over the place. It freaks me out. And I do not want to turn around and see a black-eyed kid staring at me. But I guess if he's outside of my door, I have to invite him in. So
yeah, seems to be the answer.
That seems to be the answer. Yeah.
Archie 17. Cheryl Blossom is unleashed on Riverdale. There is a wicked Tulalote cover C. That's the one I want.
Old school comic book fans will be excited about Cerebus coming back. Cerebus in Hell, written by Dave Sim, the original creator. And I never read Cerebus, so I think I have a stack of them, and I just never got into them. But it's back with the original creator, and with a price of $4 even.
That's what I was looking at. An even $4.
Even $4. Don't mess around with that 99 cents. You're not fooling anybody. It's $4.
Give me that penny.
Yeah.
The Forever War. Titan Comics. Joe Haldeman with art by Marvino.
I'm kind of looking forward to that one.
Yeah, the visionary Hugo and Nebula award-winning SF tale by Haldeman, beautifully realized in full color by the legendary artist Marvino. An epic SF war story spanning space and time. The Forever War explores one soldier's experience caught up in the brutal machinery of a war that reaches across the stars. So, do we know this? Are we supposed to know this already?
I don't think so. Also from Titan is Hard Case Crime Peepland number 4. There's only one more left after that. So this would be the penultimate.
Hey. Sorry, I'm caught up looking at the Cheesecakey Zenoscope Van Helsing covers.
What's it called?
The Van Helsing covers. The gallery cover there.
Oh,
GFT.
I'm not down that far.
I apologize.
Final issue of Savage from Valiant. I've only read the first one still, so I'm not sure how number 2 and number 3 were. But it's the last one. So, but number 1 was great. I just don't know if it's still as good. Of course, my Spirit Hunters. This is the 5th of 12. Still fun. Good stuff. Uber Invasion. That seems to be the only thing Avatar's putting out anymore. I don't know what happened to Avatar. They fell off a cliff. I used to be reading like 5 of their books, and now I'm not reading anything. It's a bummer.
Trade paperback for Once Our Land out. I believe that's... Will they do 2 issues? Maybe 3? Didn't that trade?
Maybe. Yeah, I think that's about it, really, isn't it? Nothing amazing.
Nothing to really write home about, unfortunately. WWE number 2. Of course, Dan Mora writing that, so everybody's got a little bit of a Klaus vibe to it, which is a pretty rad looking cover on the regular. And then we know there's some really good incentive covers coming from Boom on that one as well.
Yeah.
All right, Drew. I may have already told everybody what I'm picking up this week, but Drew, what is your pick of the week?
You're buying Super Sons, and I say go in to your image section of the new releases and gut it like a fish. You want all your tribute covers. You want your XXX Fiona Staples. You want just throw in an extra Walking Dead standard cover for good measure. You're gonna want Green Valley. You're gonna want A God Country. Number 2, you're gonna want to Kill or Be Killed standard cover.
You're gonna want every Invincible on the shelf.
You're gonna just grab a handful of Invincibles for $0.25 a piece. I mean, it's Image's got a lot of stuff that is going to be in the stores, the right stores. So go out, go happy hunting. Good luck. I don't think you'll feel bad about picking up those tribute covers, especially because most of those books are $2.99, right? Or is it about?
Yes.
Or is it split about even now?
Yeah, it's a little bit, mostly $2.99. It looks like.
Man, if I find a stack of Invincible tribute covers for $0.25, that'd be sweet.
You're gonna go all ham, aren't you?
Yeah, I will take them all, please.
There we go. Drew, as we finish up, I'm going to go ahead and click on new releases down to new printings and variants. And here we'll see what's going into second prints we can look forward to this next month. Justice League Power Rangers #1 went to a second print. That'll be out the week after next. Curse Words, which you are so enamored with, going to a second print. Coming out on that 22nd as well. Few #1, same thing, also releasing the 22nd. We talked about God Country #1 going to a second print.
Is that
Green
a different
Valley
cover or just a different color?
I think God Country is a different cover.
Oh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Green Valley #4, second print, as all of them had. And #5, already going to a second print. See, in Marvel, our Clone Conspiracy, IVX 2, Unstoppable Wasp getting a second print. Hey, Aftershock, good for them. Blood Blister #1.
Yep.
We talked about the Dregs going to a second print. That'll be out the week after next as well. And Young Terrorists at $7 and 4.5 years between issues. March 1st.
And it looks kind of like a sketch cover.
Does it?
The second
it
print.
does.
Yeah. Kind of interesting.
It might have been, yeah.
We should have never slept on that second issue. I don't know what we were thinking.
There's no way we could have found it. We talked about it and everybody would forget about it, but
yeah, we did, and we all did.
We forgot about it too. Yeah.
We all forgot about it. Yeah. So yeah, we're just as guilty.
All right, Drew, anything else?
I wonder if is it are any of the second printings on Green Valley worth anything? You think, or
nope.
It's just a different
they're
color?
They're just shade color.
Yeah. I know I am not getting any curse words. You read it. You tell me if I'm wrong.
Mm.
Michael and I are wrong. You have to tell us both we're wrong.
Oh, I have no problem with that at all. All right, Drew. We want to thank everybody for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we come down your comics coming out on the 15th of February. We invite you to contact us via Twitter at Comics Fun Profit or on Facebook, Comics for Fun and Profit. You can also find us at Gmail at Comics for Fun and Profit at gmail.com. Feel free to tell us if there's something we missed this week or if us going out and rating all of the image tribute variants is not a good idea. Let us know. If you're listening to us on iTunes, feel free to click 5 stars, drop another review, say some nice things about us, move us farther up the podcasting ranks. So when you type in comics, well, by golly, we'll be there too. I want to thank you so much for joining Drew and myself. For he and I. See ya.